welcome to Live at Lunch. This is Brooke Justiniano, and I'm Lori Wengerd, owner of Home Care Assistants, and we're excited to have you join us today. Brooke, we got lots of food on the table today.
We do. We have a guest today that's going to teach us about living a healthful life, and this is Esteban Lutz from Lutz Fitness.
Hey, thank you.
Hello.
Appreciate you guys having me here today.
Yeah,
thank
glad
you for
you're
coming.
here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we both know you because we are taking one of your diet
Yep,
programs.
the K7 program.
Yes.
It's made a huge
right.
difference for us. So thank you for your leadership in that and being
Appreciate that.
inviting enough that it was easy to jump on and easy to say yes.
And follow the plan. It works.
Every time.
Yep, every time.
So what difference does it make, healthy eating?
Huge difference. So that's one of the things that I like to focus on is let's increase our vitality.
Mm-hmm.
So whether 20 years old or 90 plus years old, increasing the vitality. So if I consume toxins, which is fake food, frankenfood, what most of us think is real food.
I would never think of that as toxins.
Yeah,
but you're saying, it is.
100%. So it takes a lot of energy to process that junk that we put into our body. And it literally ages us. It robs away time that I have on this planet and the time that I do have at a higher energy. Whereas when I consume a one ingredient food, this is banana, you know, and I use that terminology a lot. I'll say, look at your package, look at the box, how many ingredients are on there. Now, if my ingredient says banana, lemon, pear, cool, those are 3, but they're singular ingredients. When I consume real food, what God put into this planet, that's life. When I consume life, I get life. So I love that question. You know, what difference does it make? It makes a lot of difference. You consume life, you get life. You consume toxins, that's what we become.
People often assume healthy eating and weight loss, and that's, you know, they don't have to be connected.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's where I typically will see it. So when I start I'm gonna consume wisely. I'm gonna eat life. Where I see the weight loss is there's inflammation in our body, and inflammation is because I've consumed things that are damaging my body. If I were to accidentally fall and hit my arm, there's going to be inflammation on my arm to protect itself. If I live in the country, when I accidentally get poison ivy, because I don't do it on purpose, and my arm,
would, I don't think.
it swells. So when we stop consuming the foods that are damaging us, swelling goes down, inflammation goes down. So that's where a lot of times eating healthy, eating vitality equals weight loss in the beginning.
So inflammation that's what makes it so unnatural. I never understood that connection.
100%.
It's your body fighting something.
Completely. So it's like there's a foreign toxic object in our body, and we did it on purpose, and the body is inflaming, white blood cells are going up, and we're trying to get rid of that. Well, we're constantly putting it in. So once we stop that and then give it life, inflammation goes down, energy skyrockets.
So simply put. That's awesome.
Done.
That's a great way to teach somebody. Thank you.
It's so intimidating though when people say like, and I do speaking about how to age healthy, but a broader spectrum than just the specifics of diet and physical activity, but those are definitely part of it because you can't have the other things you want without doing that.
100%.
But sometimes it just feels so overwhelming. You're like, I have to shop differently. My day has to be different, and so
you have to cook.
You have to cook. I can't just run through the drive-through anymore.
Yeah.
So it can be life-changing. So let's say that somebody's watching right now and they're like, I'm not ready for that life-changing thing. What is like bare minimum? Like if somebody's like just needs to make a change, what's bare minimum?
Bare minimum is different for everybody.
Okay.
So let's say I'm always going to go through that drive-through. Got it. So we get to identify what are the foods that my body's allergic to, or what are the franken foods that my body's allergic to. Top 2 ones across the globe is typically added sugars and the grains, the white flour as well. So let's say
gluten-free or gluten. Okay.
So the gluten in general.
Okay.
So we're looking at different proteins that the body is allergic to. Plants have a lot of things that try to protect them. Hence, when I'm outdoors and somebody just cuts the grass or the leaves are starting to fall, my body starts inflaming, my sinuses do, my eyes get poofy. So the same thing happens when we consume that. So we know that the bread is one of them globally. So if I go through the drive-thru and I stop consuming that and I stop consuming the soda, whether it's diet or not diet, that's right there. I'm no longer poisoning my body. And if it's important for you to increase the length of your life while you're on this planet, not just that amount of time that you're breathing, but what you're able to do. A terminology we use also is play span. Let me increase my play span. So taking away the bread, taking away the fake drink, and then add one of these. You know, if you like banana, eat banana. If you like piña, pineapple, eat that. So add one real ingredient, one ingredient.
That's really good.
That's it.
Really good tip. And then when you start noticing a difference, then you might have a hankering to do more.
100%. You know, and I also want to add movement-wise. This is one of the things that's really cool is in the year 2020, most of us have a tracker on us. Even my phone tracks the steps that I've got. So I'll look back to what I did last week. And let's say I averaged 2,000 steps in a day. Let me increase that to 2,200, to 2,500, 3,000, whatever is realistic for you. Just increase it that much. So now you know that you're consuming life, you're stopping the poison, you're consuming life, and you're actually increasing your activity. And activity helps harmonize hormones as well.
Yeah, I felt that actually.
Yeah,
on my own. And the hunger hormones, just changing that up so your body doesn't tell you what to do. You tell your body what it's doing.
Yeah, food kind of dictates. Food allows the DNA to express itself, is really what it is, real food. So the frankenfood, the poisons will suppress what our DNA is capable of doing. Real food expresses that. So that's where we notice a harmonizing of all hormones, not just the hunger hormones.
Yeah. So something you haven't talked about is water. What is the deal with water? How much, how little, what kind?
Huge. So every cell in our body. So we think about, you know, from my eyelids to my fingers to my bones, most of it is comprised of water. Now, the tap water that I drank out of my neighbor's hose when I was little, if you do that nowadays, somebody's calling the cops. It's different than it is today based on all the chemicals. There's certain drugs that can't be filtered out. So if I'm taking hormone drugs that can't be filtered out and I drink that tap water, I'm consuming the hormones as well. Excess fluoride, chlorine. So there's a lot of chemicals in there. When the chemicals go into the body, yes, we've got inflammation, and the body also increases fat. So if this were a toxin and it's coming into the body, I'm going to increase my fat cells to protect the vital organs. That's why we hear extra fat in the belly is more dangerous than in the butt because it's closer to the vital organs. So the water can increase that or it can decrease that. So typically in a detox period, we'll go distilled water. Distilled is nothing but H2O. There's no extra minerals, there's no extra chemicals, nothing to that. Post that, I would typically recommend spring water. Spring water is naturally increased with the minerals that it's come across the rocks in whatever spring, you know, whether it's a river from Hawaii or something from North Carolina, Canada, whatever the case may be. If we don't have access to either one of those, reverse osmosis machines are fantastic.
Are they good?
Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. So spring water, in other words, somebody's controlling that. So if it says spring water, you can count on it being good.
Yeah, you can count on it being good. Purified water is nothing but a filtered tap water. So there's still a high probability that there's toxins, again, microtoxins that are in there. And the amount, we're typically looking at 1/2 ounce to a full ounce per pound of body weight.
Okay.
So the higher amount of water that we drink, then we are supporting the cells cleansing themselves and getting rid of the toxins that don't belong there and hydrating it to increase that natural metabolism of the muscle tissue.
That's a great tip. So 1 ounce per every pound of body weight.
1/2 ounce to an ounce. So if 1/2 ounce is intimidating or an ounce is intimidating for somebody per pound, it's like, holy cow, how much is that? Go with 1/2 ounce. Start with that and then work your way up.
Can you drink too much water?
Yes, super difficult. So studies show if you drink 2 gallons, 2 to 3 gallons per hour.
Oh,
yeah.
You're getting close, huh? No.
Yeah, so at that point, you're flushing all of the essential minerals out of the cells. So if you're drinking 1 to 2 gallons per day, high five, fantastic.
So you have a lot of great information here. What keeps you up at night? What worries you?
So what worries me is being able to communicate it in a way where somebody can impact their lives. It's really all about communicating. So how can I convey a message? I've been in this industry 30 years. So how can I convey everything I've learned to somebody to allow them to step into that greater version of themselves? That keeps me up at night.
That's great. I know you do physical fitness training. Is this kind of new that you're into this whole body training? Is this new to you? Or
30 years. 30 years of the K7, this version has evolved over the last 11 years. Okay. So I've been designing transformation programs for wellness corporations, fitness gyms, corporations similar to this.
Yeah.
And I constantly get feedback, and I tweak it based on the feedback that I get. It's one thing to study it. Yeah, I've got all these university studies. This is fantastic. But when we bring it into the real world, I understand 2 + 2 = 4. However, me acting on that and executing it, completely different story.
Yeah, it is.
So what energizes you, on the contrary?
What energizes me?
Obviously a lot.
He's got a lot of energy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love hearing feedback. I do. I like seeing people's life evolve, and that recharges my battery constantly.
Well, you're not only just changing lives with your inspiration and guidance, but you're saving lives as well. And that's something to really be proud of. And you've been an inspiration to a lot of people. I know me personally with the K7 program, it's been amazing. So thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do people find out about you, about your program? What do they do?
Okay, so an easy one. My first initial E, last name's Lutz. I know that took a lot of thinking for E Lutz Fitness. So on Facebook, it's at E Lutz Fitness.
Okay.
Lutz.
Okay.
On website, elutzfitness.com.
Okay.
And you can email me directly, elutz@k7fit.com. So K7, which is a program that you guys have gone through.
Yeah. Great. Brooke, how do they even find out about us?
Well,
because we want them to call us too.
Yeah, you can call Home Care Assistance at 614-481-8888 or check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or our website.
We help older adults in the home and in wherever their home is. Many times we help people in communities too, because they're finding that they're not getting the help, or they don't have the help they need at any level. So we're here for that. But we love to encourage our caregivers and our clients to kind of just change a little bit and see what a difference it can make. So
it's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, it changes the trajectory of your life. It really does. So if just consuming one, I've got a pear and apple orchard, so you'll see me sometimes. I'll post that. I go out every morning and I grab when there's fruit there, and that changes the trajectory of your life over 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, so forth, and the legacy that you leave your children, your grandchildren.
Anybody who, not only you around longer, but everybody who watches you do things differently.
I think you did that.
Yeah.
And I know that, not necessarily asking you to do a commercial, but I know we've talked about cabbage and all these, how hard it can be to eat vegetables, but don't you talk on your website about Salad Master? Is that something that you're involved with?
So I am a distributor for Salad Master cookware. I became a customer when I first was introduced to it. Instantly I said, this completely makes a world of difference in the nutrients that I absorb in all of my clients. And literally second to none. I never took the time to think that what my food touches actually makes a difference. And we invest tens of thousands of dollars into everything in our kitchen except the one item that the food touches. And the Salad Master cookware is superior to where University of Wisconsin did a study. 93% of the nutrients that you cook with the cookware are maintained. Traditional cooking will erode 50 to 60%. Microwave cooking will erode 80 to 90% of the nutrients.
It's a good thing I do, right?
So one of the things that you guys have experienced is, as I consume more life, my body feels content. So that's hunger goes down. When I consume lower nutrients, my body craves more nutrients. So I'm constantly doing this until my nutrient level is full. So this is why over a month ago, 2 months ago, you guys would have experienced consuming a higher volume of food, but now your nutrient level is up. So that's what Salad Master allows. It allows me to cook in a quick, efficient, phenomenal way where there's no heavy metals leaching into the food, and it allows over 90% of the nutrients to maintain. So it's fantastic.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
That's awesome.
This was so good, Esteban. Thank you so much. And anyone out there who's thinking, like, is this for me? No matter what your age, I know that some people think, well, I've never eaten well. Why does it matter now? And it does, no matter what age. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, if you want to make an impact on the day that you have here on this planet, you're worth that change.
Oh, I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you all for joining us. Look for new episodes on Wednesdays. Notice I didn't say every Wednesday because it's not every Wednesday, but pretty much. I mean,